Alright, man, let's go ahead and get into it. The last 24 hours being a Lakers fan is pretty crazy. Now, the reason why I say that is because yesterday, the DeJounte Murray trade went down. He went to the Pelicans, and the Hawks received Larry Nance, Dyson Daniels, and 2 first-round picks, right? And the Lakers fans went crazy, dog. I'm telling you, they brought up Raker tax, folks brought up the Pelinka tax, which I feel like that's more of an issue that I already addressed, that I will probably put in the description after this video is done uploaded. And folks are saying like why we couldn't include like Rui Hachimura or something like that in 2 first-round picks. Why the Hawks could sell with that? It's quite interesting because in my opinion, DeJounte Murray, he's a fine player, but I don't think he's just like a player that you crash out over for. Like, I just don't think that. And yes, I understand the Lakers still do need to make moves because in my opinion, this roster is not gonna get it done. It's not gonna get it done. Now, if they add like pieces or trade pieces to get better fitting pieces, now they probably will be cooking with fish grease. But until then, I do not think this is a championship roster. I feel like this is a playoff team. Don't get me wrong, it's an automatic playoff team with LeBron AD on your roster if they healthy, right? This is an automatic playoff team. Now, how deep they gonna go? I say like second round max. This is not a team that's, like I said, is suited for a deep run in the playoffs. And maybe they can get to a conference final, but I'm definitely not ruling that out. Definitely not ruling LeBron AD on your team. But yeah, this is not a high floor or ceiling team, to be honest with you, as it currently constructed. With the reports that's coming out today, maybe the Lakers are gonna be cooking with some. Now, this first. So a couple players opted out their deals today, or opted into their deals today because they got player options. And that's Jackson Hayes, that's Cam Reddish, that was D'Lo last night, and then LeBron James opted out his deal today. And as soon as he opted out his deal, there was multiple report that he's intending to re-sign with the Lakers, right? Then this Chris Haynes report came out and said he's willing to take a significant pay cut to help the Lakers make roster moves. And folks are saying, "Oh, can we trust this?" Because Chris Haynes, he's definitely been off on a couple of reports himself. Don't get me wrong, but when that came out, folks were very skeptical of the move, of the report. And then when Rich Paul, he made his statement saying that LeBron James, he's always been a guy that's willing to do what's right for the team and try to help them make significant moves. And it's quite interesting because when Rich Paul say that, I actually do agree because there was a moment in time when he was with the Heat that he didn't take a pay cut per se, but he definitely took a significant amount less to actually have like guys like Udonis Haslem and sign guys like, I feel like Mike Miller. That wasn't Mike Miller. It was some other role player that they was on the brink of losing that roster spot, but they brought him back home. So yeah, and then you have Skip Bayless saying, "Oh, he's this age, he's a billionaire. Why he don't take significant amount of pay cuts and stuff like that?" You see how Tim Duncan did and stuff. Now, hopefully Skip Bayless, I'm definitely gonna watch to tune in to listen to that Monday because Skip Bayless has been trying to get this man to take a pay cut for multiple years, and it's been annoying because folks are right. You cannot get these owners back the money. You definitely right on that. But if the player himself want to do it, that's on the player. It shouldn't be no type of peer pressure of a player trying to take significant amount less to help the team. That's the team job to help themselves and try to make a competitive roster, right? All right, so enough on that. But yeah, the reason why LeBron James is trying to take this significant pay cut because he feel like he can get a sense of like the free agents that's out there, and he can probably get one of them to sign for the taxpayer, not the taxpayer. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure, but basically like the $12 million range contract that's being floated around if LeBron James decides to take that pay cut. Now the players that's been listed was James Harden, there was Klay Thompson, and Jonas Valanciunas. Now let's go ahead and just Jonas Valanciunas. You do not pay him no 10 mil plus salary at all, in my opinion. If he's willing to come here, it definitely should be for $5 million and $5 to $6 million. That's really it. If you go anything higher than that, that's very insane to me. Do not pay Jonas Valanciunas that amount of money. Don't get me wrong though, he is a good fit because he's a good rebounder, good post scorer. He's a good passer for his size, and he's not like Sabonis or Jokic per se, but he definitely can do it. But the thing about him, he is not a good rim protector. But if you play with a guy like Anthony Davis or something in the squad, your rim protection is definitely gonna get like, it's not gonna be very noticeable compared to what it was on New Orleans Pelicans roster. Because Zion, he's still not a good defender in my opinion. He gets lost multiple times, especially on off-ball situations. I remember one time Rudy Hachimura was just cutting behind him, and he was just not noticing it at all. That was an embarrassing performance. But Zion was killing the offense that game, but his defense was bad, very bad. But yeah, you add Jonas Valanciunas around the $5 to $6-7 million range, nothing higher than that. All right, so let's go ahead and address Klay Thompson. Now, I feel like this is the most realistic outcome because Klay Thompson's market, nobody really knows his market. And then the teams that want to try to pay him a good amount of money, I don't think it's probably be in their best interest. Like, for example, like the Magic, bro, the Magic should just focus on working on trying to get a deal done with Paul George. Now, if you don't get like a Paul George, try to trade for a guy like Anthony Simons or something like that, since they missed out on Malik Monk or something like that. Or try to strike a deal with the Lakers and try to get D'Angelo Russell. They do not need to try to get Klay Thompson because that would not make no sense because Klay Thompson is best suited right now to be a third, fourth option. If Klay Thompson is anything higher than that at 34 years old, you're doing a disservice to not only him, but your franchise, right? So, yeah. And like I said, nobody knows his market. The Mavericks has been interested in him. The Nuggets has been trying to gauge what like Klay Thompson's actual price is. And to be honest with you, I feel like it's really the Lakers that really makes the most sense for him in the franchise because if you get Klay Thompson, you slot him in as the fourth option. Okay, that's one. Two, you get a player of his caliber for $12 million a year, almost $13 million a year. That's a slam dunk pickup, especially with a free agency class that you really don't know like where it's gonna go. Because now, don't get me wrong, there is a couple good free agents like Blake Hill. He's very undersized though. Gary Trent, he's the same price, he's undersized. They both great shooters though, and you could say like a Tobias Harris. I mean, you could go after him, but that makes too much sense. It could, since he's like a 6'8" forward that can shoot. But is he gonna be willing to take the amount of threes JJ Redick gonna be willing? That's going to be instilled in him from day one. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. All right, so yeah, Klay Thompson. I feel like if he wanted to come in for like a 2-year 24 or a 3-year 10 or something like that, I feel like that's a 3-year 10, I mean 3-year like 30. That's what I mean, something like that. If he wanted to come for that price, it makes sense for both him and the franchise. And the other thing I'm about to talk about, which I don't think is realistic, is James Harden. I feel like James Harden's at the point in his career that I think he's like, he won to win a championship, but I don't think he gonna risk significant amount of money to do so. I just don't think so. And plus, if the Clippers are willing to give him like not a max, or you can say a max, but a slightly less than a max contract, why would he leave this type of situation to go to the Lakers that's gonna only pay him like $10 million a year? So I can just get him out the way real quick. Now, if LeBron, like I said, if LeBron do this is like one of the best things he could ever do, especially with a franchise that always makes excuses. Like Rob Pelinka, ever since he been getting on the mic for the JJ Redick hire, and then to address the draft picks, he been saying for the last couple days, oh, it's hard. The new CBA, you can't make trade, even though teams has been trading second round picks to get off assets and to get assets. Right? So yes, that would be a significant amount of help to a garbage front office that do not know what they doing. So yeah, that's really all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys like, comment, and subscribe. This is your boy Trail.